Welcome back to another episode of the Gathering Place podcast. I am Joe Seaman, a real estate agent in the Augusta, Georgia, Aiken, South Carolina market. This is my lovely bride.
My name is Hope. What am I this time? Am I a Jill of all trades? I'm a ringmaster.
That's what we said last
Last
episode.
time I was a ringmaster.
Because real estate can be such a circus that you're going to be...
Life can be such a circus, which brings us into today's topic.
I can't get rid of this dang cough.
It's still lingering. The
100-day cough. So by now I should be like...
Hopefully.
45 days into the 100-day cough. Ugh.
You're almost halfway done.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyways, today we're going to talk about the joys of raising kids.
Yes.
And especially adult kids. So
it is. As our babies are
at
this point of
they
this
have just
podcast
gotten
airing,
their
they will have just gotten their learner's permit.
Like,
Ooh,
how?
Our babies.
Yeah. So
babies.
for those of you who don't know, we've got a set of twins, Keaton, who is our oldest, and Wild Bill, who is our Asian son.
Yes.
So the older two are out of the house and married. The younger two are still in the house, are twins, and they just got their learner's permit. But
so let's clarify when you say Asian son. Okay, okay, because that could be misinterpreted. So what we mean by that is Wild Bill came to us. He's now, at this point, he's 22. He's going on 23.
Almost 23.
He's almost 23. We have had him in our life since he was 14. He came to us as an international student, and you've probably heard us talk about him before. And he used to go home during the summer months and come back to us during school.
Ain't been back since 2019.
So he has not been back to his home country since August of 2019, and so he is now here full time. He's in school. He's in college. He's in nursing school, and he is married. And so I like to clarify that. So while technically we have 3 biological children, we just claim him. Thank goodness. He claims us,
we claim him.
Thank goodness his parents still pay his bills because he is very expensive. He has very expensive taste. He's an expensive young man. And so we don't have to pay those bills. So yes, but I do. When people ask me how many children I have, I say 4. So yes.
But raising adult kids
is fun.
Would you say it's harder or easier to raise adult kids compared to kids in your home?
All right. So at this point, when Keaton first moved out, I would say it was much harder to raise an adult child. But now that
because
they're getting
out.
He was the first one.
They're trying to spread their wings, make their own way, do their own thing.
And mom and dad are trying to not boss them around anymore. Mainly me, because I'm the boss in the house. I'm the one that Joe's the fun parent.
I'm the fun one.
And I'm the disciplinarian. So, good cop, bad cop over here. That's just the way we roll with anything to do with the boys, really. He's the fun one. But I had a very hard time letting my oldest go. I've probably talked about that before. And if you're close to me, then you walked that with me and we all survived. So when he moved out, I would tell you it would be harder to raise an adult child, but now that he is he's married and he's established himself in life, him and Laura are they've got their own little patterns and their own home, their own way of doing things, and I have realized what kind of parent that I probably wanted at his age. And I don't mean any shade towards my parents. My parents were great, but I myself have tried to step into the role of being the type of parent I wanted, which was, you do what you need to do in your life. I am here for you. I love you. I will check in with you. I had a hard time not speaking to him every day, but I have come to the adjustment that he is a independent human being that does not have purse strings held to his parents anymore. And so he has to figure things out in life on his own. And what we've learned by that is our child will come to us with big, giant life decisions and actually ask for our advice. And genuinely,
And that's something I had to learn from you, because I'm like, why isn't he calling? Like, I invite him over for dinner and he doesn't come. He doesn't even say I'm not coming, like, and stuff like that. And so that was early on.
That was early on.
And I had to learn from Hope. Hope was like, just chill. Like, let him figure these things out.
Right.
And now when we do talk and we get together, we talk a lot.
Yes.
And when we get together, it might not be hour-long, 2-hour-long conversations, but we talk a lot.
It's intentional. It's intentional conversations. And no longer are we the people who are like annoying him and micromanaging him and making sure all this is done. I mean, I want to do that. I want to go, Keaton, go do this. Bill, go do this. Bill, have you done this? I want to do those things, but that's not my job anymore. My job is to be a support for him, not his boss. So with that being said.
Wait a minute,
let me go back. I'm sorry. I know you have a lot to say, but I have a lot to say about this too. Because when you approached me.
If you've not noticed yet, we both have a lot of words to get out every single day.
And
so it's like a battle of who's going to overtalk who.
And sometimes I will not let him overtalk me, and this is one of them. When you presented for Keaton to buy the home that at this point he probably will already have sold, but at the time of this taping, his very first home, I was totally 110% against it because I wanted my baby at home. He was 18 years old. Well, at the time you presented to me, he was 18.
He was 19.
Okay, well.
For sure, he was 19.
Anyway, he was out of school, and I wanted my baby at home. I wanted him with me. I wanted to keep my baby right where he was. You were like, no, this is a great investment for him. This is what he needs to do. He's gonna buy this home. It was $60,000. 56, around $60,000. Yeah. He's going to live in it for 2 years. He's going to rent it. It's going to be rental income for him. He's going to go and buy another house. This is what he's going to do. Now, what we didn't factor into that time frame was love. And
we
getting
didn't
married.
Figure in love, and love came very quick after he moved out of our house.
Exactly. So he's been in this house now for 4 years. Mm-hmm. We never intended for him to bring a bride into now we love our daughter-in-law. So if you're watching this, we love her. She's amazing. I could not pick a better person for my sweet baby and love her. But we didn't think at the time so we didn't think this was going to be like a permanent solution, but it kind of looked like for a while it was becoming a permanent solution until Joe, who continuously leads our family into these uncharted territories and doing things that ultimately benefit our children in a big way, and us in a big way. And we have to have faith in that. I've learned that. I've learned to have faith in your decisions. I had faith in your decision about Keaton moving out. It was the best thing he could have ever done. And I have faith for you and you continuously showing him these houses to look at that would work for him, and finally one stuck. So that leads you into where now you can talk.
So the original house, the first house.
Yes.
I went on a listing appointment and we were talking price, not really picking up that this might be a good house for Keaton. And so, but before I left that house, that listing appointment, we had talked price, and I'm like, what if I gave you that money, or what if I've figured out a way to buy this house from you? And it was friends of ours, and they were so tickled with the price and what was going to happen, like Keaton moving in the house. Like they were like, this is absolutely what we want.
They were precious.
So that worked out beautifully. And so here we are 4 years later, to where he's essentially doubled his money on the property. So if
he listened to his mom, that wouldn't have happened.
I'm sitting there thinking, yes, it would have been a good rental income for him, but he couldn't have made this money in the next 20 years that he has made on the house just in 4 years. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Through rental. So anyways, like it was a just trust me on this thing. Like I trust me and it's going to work out. So very similar thing came up, went to a listing appointment. a month or so ago, a
No,
month
and
ago
you've
or
shown
so.
them a couple that just it wasn't their thing.
Just wasn't their thing. Like, I'm just like, let's just wait. Like,
Right.
you're not pressured to move. You don't have to move right now.
Right.
So let's just wait. This isn't the house for you. And so another one came, I got called to a listing appointment, and I'm looking the house up and didn't even register in my mind for it to be for Keaton and Laura, because the outside, it's okay. It's on a dirt road and a little bit of acreage and stuff like that. But I get to the house, and I'm like, almost immediately know in my mind the price of the house. And then I'm like, oh, this is Keaton and Laura's next house. And not that I'm a very pushy parent or anything, but
No.
I let it be their decision. But I'm talking to the sellers. We were talking price. Never even presented that I was going to present this house to my son and daughter-in-law. So we get the house ready for market. Once we get photos back and it's going to hit the market that day, I send it to Keaton and Laura and like, hey, we need to go take a look at this house. And so they're both on board. They're like, yes, let's go take a look at it. So
Well, Laura's out of town.
Laura was out of town, so Keaton went and looked
Yes.
with his best friend. And he's
for
like,
the record, I would not go.
I love this house.
Yeah.
And so I just knew, bigger house, everything is updated at this house, on some land, 5 minutes from our driveway, which is the best part
And-
because he's about 20 minutes
Yes.
now.
And what we found out was he's also 15 to 20 minutes closer to his in-laws as well. So it like benefits us all. But at the time, like you're like, Hope, go with us. And I'm like, no, I think Laura needs to see this house first
Yeah.
before I walk into it. So
anyways, the house worked out beautifully. They loved it. Put an offer in on it. I explained to the sellers, look, you don't have to take this offer. There were other offers that came in. It actually went under contract with a different buyer first. That buyer ended up having to back out, and then it was our turn to come
that's
up.
another subject.
So that was kind of one of those things that I'm like, I think this is y'all's house. And so we go for it and got it. And now, we're closing on it in a week or two. And it's just going to make a good thing. But it kind of rolls back to raising adult children versus young children. Like, this is the fun part of raising
is.
adult kids, because I'm able to help guide them with, okay, this is a solid buy. Trust me on this, that, this isn't a 2 to 4 year house. This is a
This could be
10 to 15 year
right.
house.
This could be a long term.
And just trust me on it, because
Right.
you're going to be good. Your investment's going to be good here. And so, but like I said, raising the adult kids this is the fun stuff that we get to experience.
I already
with
see
them.
my daughter-in-law in that kitchen. I don't know why.
It's a beautiful,
it is.
updated,
It is. And
humongous
it's
kitchen.
beautiful. And I just am so excited that they get this opportunity to have something in a safe space that is really close to us, that has property, that will only grow. And that's one of the things that I love most about you, pushing us continuously as the head of our home, as the leader of our family. You consistently push us into situations that sometimes I'm like, no. But and we won't do numbers because that's Keaton's private, but the investment is more than doubled on the home that he first purchased. So he's going to sell the home for double what he paid for it and a little bit more, and be able to put a big chunk down on this home, get his payment down, have some money in savings, and all because like you saw a vision as the head of our home that I wasn't able to see. And
Kind of like whenever I came into real estate too, right?
oh my gosh. Joe is
I think we
constantly
talked
pushing
about
us
that.
into different arenas. But again, I'm just thankful for it. And the fun part is that the joy on my child's face, I can't wait. I just can't wait. I can't wait till they're settled in the home and they're able to make it their own. And I love the opportunities that they're getting. And my boys will tell you that I have favorites, and I do not have favorites. I do not
We all
have
know
favorites.
Keaton's your favorite
I
hope.
do not have
We all know that.
favorites. That's what they say. I do not have favorites.
We know that.
I have
It is a consensus in the entire family. Keaton is your
That is
favorite.
not true. I have favorite things about all of my children. So that's not true.
So what's
Keaton just happens to be my firstborn. So I have had to learn so much with him. I mean, he grew up with me, and there's all these little things you can see on social media and TikTok, all the different things about, your firstborn, and bless their hearts, they had to grow up with you. Keaton literally grew up, like he got a mom that grew up with him, and he's turned out to be a pretty amazing kid. So
what's so fun
I don't have
is
favorites,
that
favorite moments.
all of our kids have different eye color. One's
Yeah.
got green, one's got blue, one's got brown. So
Yeah.
when they corner us and want to know who their favorite is from me, I'm like, well, you're my favorite brown-eyed boy.
Yes.
Or you're my favorite blue-eyed boy, or you're my
Yes.
favorite green-eyed boy. And so
Yeah.
that's how they don't know if I have a favorite or not because I don't have, but
I just don't.
they
I don't.
know that Keaton.
There's
Everybody knows Hope.
That's not true.
The whole family knows. My whole family
I do
knows
love my Keaton, though.
who your favorite
I love
is.
my Cass, and I love my Cade, and I love my Wild Bill. There's just favorite things about my children that are my favorite. But there are also a lot of things about my children that are not my favorite. So vice versa, It is what it is. But no.
So could you imagine yourself buying a house at 19 and then at 24 buying your second home? Could you imagine that?
No, but the story sounds a little familiar to me.
Sounds very familiar. Yeah, because at 19 I built my first home. And
By 24, we
that
were
is the
in-
house. That is the house that we got married in.
Yeah.
We're married, and then we sold that one at 24, and at 25 we built our house that we're in now. So that is
And we're
our
never
forever
leaving.
home. Apparently,
We're never leaving, even though he wants me to sell that house all the time, especially when the market's super hot. Even before he got into real estate, there's so many times he's like, I want to sell this house. I want to sell this house. I'm like, no.
I love our house.
Our house
it's just
is all one
I
level.
love new houses and
We're
new
on
things
property.
and all that. So.
We're connected to family. We have a pool. No, I don't want to move. I have no desire. He sends me house plans all the time. All the time I get, don't you want to build? No, there's no way that we could rebuild what we have for the price we have it in. There's no way. And so, no, I'm perfectly fine. Now, a place at the beach is totally on the table. So,
But with Keaton,
I don't know.
Just very proud of him.
Yes.
And if
He's a
you're
good
in real estate and if you have children, guide them in the right direction on, what might be a good move. And I just think that real estate, no matter what market we're in, I've been in real estate for 6 years now. I've been a part of the industry my whole entire life, some kind of way. But I just don't see where you can go wrong.
no.
In any market that we've been a part of, I just don't see where you can go wrong with real estate as being an investment. You may not make double your money on a house, but your property should always appreciate if you keep it up and maintain it and keep it updated.
Right.
And do all the preventive maintenance type stuff. But your money is safe in real estate. I don't know a safer investment. Going on the record for this, I don't know a safer investment to put your money in outside of real estate. Right. And it could be that that's just all I know. I don't know the stock market. I don't know day trading. I don't know cryptocurrency and stuff like that. I don't know those things. I know real estate. And I know real estate is a sound investment. So anyways, we're talking about raising our adult kids. And
I think we've gone over our limit.
It's just it's been a fun little ride. So it's been fun, and
we've got good kiddos.
We've got very good kids. No matter what others might say, we've got really good kids.
Oh, let somebody say something about my kids. I will cut
because
you.
they take after me a lot. Is why we have good kids, and so.
Oh,
yeah.
Let me catch you up on the next podcast. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all soon. So,
another cough to lead us out. So thank
Yes.
y'all for joining us on this episode of the Gathering Place podcast.
things I put
I'm going
up
to be
with.
so glad when I'm over this cough. But we will catch y'all next Monday. Same time,
Yes.
same place. The Gathering Place. See y'all.